So back to problems. I'm going to start with number 15. So what does number 15 say? It says 2 plus 4, 7 plus 2. All right, so what we said before was these are absolute values. So first we do the parentheses, then the exponents, then multiplication, division, and then we do the multiplication and division, and then we do addition, subtraction. So this is our parentheses. So what we're doing is 7 plus 2 squared, 7 plus 4, right? Because this is 2 times 2. The absolute value of 11, right? 7 plus 4 equals 11. And the absolute value of 11 is 11. Just a reminder, absolute value, remember, if you have a minus 11, the absolute value, or an 11, this equals 11, and this equals, no matter what's in here, what number's in here, you remove the negative, right? Because an absolute value is how far you are away from 0. So whether you're minus 11 or 11, you are 11 spaces on the number line away from 0. So what we have here is 2 plus 4, absolute value 11, which would be 4 times 11 equals 44. 2 plus 4 equals, wow, that's bad. That's not the right answer I have in the solutions. Okay, yeah, you have to divide over, right? So that's 46. So I just did the numerator. The denominator says 4 times 2 plus 5 times 3. So if we go back here, are there any parentheses here? Nope. Are there any exponents here? No. Multiplication, division? Yes. So 4 times 2 equals 8 plus 5 times 3 equals 15 equals 23. So this is 46 over 24, which is really saying 46 divided by 23. And if you take out your calculator, if you can't do the math in your head, it comes out to 2. Is that the good answer? Yes, it is. Start over. 16. Minus 4 minus 2 plus 4 minus 6 minus 4 minus 2 squared minus 5 times 2, absolute value, close the bracket. So once again, big bracket here, small bracket here, disregard this one. This is really a multiplication. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. So let's do the inside bracket. 2 squared equals 4, right? It's 2 times 2. Minus, and here's a multiplication here. So we have to do that first. Minus 10, right? Minus 5 times 2 equals 10. That was my mistake. Sorry, folks. So minus 4 minus 2 plus 4 times minus 6 minus 4 minus, okay. So if we do 4 minus 10, we get minus 6. That is an absolute value. So that's really 6. So minus 4 minus 6 equals minus 10. Here, I'm just separating the problem in two so it makes it easier. 4 times negative 6 equals negative 24. 2 plus, so here we have that, here we have that. 4 multiplied by negative 6, that's a negative 24. 2 plus 24 equals 2 plus negative 24. That equals negative 22. So we have negative 22 minus 10, which comes out to minus 32. It's all starting to make sense now. So this whole brackets is this. Minus 4. So we're carrying this down. So anytime you have a minus next to a term in brackets, what you're really doing is multiplying it by minus 1. So this turns into minus 4 plus 32 equals 28. And that is the solution. Awesome. Moving along now to number 17. That's Guten. Now they have these long problems to confuse us. 6 times 2 plus 2 minus 6. Close bracket. Problems like just They're really complicated problems. Ooh, they made a little fraction here to scare us shitless. There. Okay. So I see two brackets here. There's one here, because inside the bracket there's like an operation. This little bracket here is really just a number, so you don't have to worry about it. So is this bracket. This is an absolute value, but it's just a number. However, this is a bracket. So we have two brackets. So basically, it's like these two mathematical expressions are going to be multiplied by each other at the end. So we solve here, and we solve here, and then we're going to multiply them. So let's do this side first. We start by multiplying. I see a multiplication here. I don't see it anywhere else. So that's 12 plus 2 minus 6. And as we know, two negatives make a positive. So that's 12 plus 2 plus 6. And 12 plus 2 is 14, plus 6 equals 20, multiplied by. And here, once again, this is a mother because you're trying to, they're trying to confuse you here by putting a fraction here. But 18 divided by 6 is really 3. And negative 18 divided by 6 is really minus 3. So let's rewrite this. Minus 5 plus minus 3 brackets. Okie dokie. The absolute value of negative 3 is 3. So that becomes negative 5 plus 3 equals negative 2. It's a negative 2. And the answer is minus 40. Yes, it is. Let's delete this. 18 now. 2 times negative 3 plus 3 minus 6 minus 2 minus minus 1 minus 3. That looks about right. So we have parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. Alrighty. So I see a multiplication here. There's a multiplication between this number and this number, which is a bracketed thing. And there's another brackets in here. Wow, there's a lot. Oh, there's made this one complicated. All right. So we start with the parentheses. We have a parentheses here. We have a parentheses here. That's what we have to work out first. We start on the inside. So you have to be systematic about it. So minus 1 minus 3 equals minus 4. Poof. Minus. And I'm rewriting what's in the bigger parentheses. If we do what's in the bigger parentheses, remember two minuses, really makes a positive. Minus 2 minus, or actually plus 4. Yeah, that looks right. Minus 2 plus 4 equals 2. Let's rewrite this equation. We can actually multiply this guys right away. That's minus 6, right? 2 times negative 3. So minus 6 plus 3. Am I writing this right? Yes, plus 3 minus 6 brackets 2. It's a multiplication, so that's what we do first. Minus 6 plus 3 minus 12. And that becomes, combine the like terms, minus 6 minus 12, that's minus 18, plus 3 equals minus 15. Did I get the right answer? Yes, I did. Boom, bueno. 19 minus 13 minus 2 over 2 minus. Oh, that's so sneaky. Plus minus 6 minus 1 minus 3. Boom. Okie dokie. So going back again, we start with the parentheses, the exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. Okie dokie. So a fraction is essentially a division, right? This whole thing, we're taking this and we're dividing it by that. So we'll do that last. Even though it may sound, you may be tempted to do He's saying, well, first, Chris, you do the parentheses, then the exponents, then you do the multiplication, division, then you do the addition and subtraction. So shouldn't you be dividing first these two expressions and then do the addition and subtraction? That's not the way it works. These rules apply for the line. They don't apply for the whole fraction. Let's look at what I'm saying here. So do we have any parentheses here? That's not a parentheses. That's just a number. That's not a parentheses. So I'm going to put a P here and an X toward a P here. And that's not a parentheses. This guy is a parentheses. This guy is not a parentheses. Remember, there has to be like an operation inside the parentheses for this to count. Okie dokie. Do we have any exponents here? Yes, there's one right there. So let's start with the parentheses. It's this one. So minus 1 minus minus 3, which is another way of saying minus 1 plus 3, which is another way of saying 2, right? Because 3 minus 1 equals 2. So that is that for this guy here. We're going to do our exponents. So minus 1, so this, okay, this is very sneaky here. Okay, let's look at it right here. When you have this minus 1 to the third power, what they're saying is minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. Since there are 3, that is a negative 1, right? So 2 minus minus 1 plus minus 6 minus, right, this minus right here, 2, which represents this. And this becomes a plus because there's 2 minuses. So 2 plus 1 equals 3 plus minus 6 minus 2. I changed the shape of the brackets. It doesn't matter. Minus 6 minus 2 equals, this is really a positive here. So really what you're doing is you're adding two negative numbers. You can just switch these if you want. But don't do that. Just minus 6 minus positive 2 equals minus 8. So 3 minus 8. 3 plus minus 8 equals negative 5. That is the answer for this whole spiel right here. Minus 3 minus 2 equals minus 15 over minus 5. So 15 divided by 5 equals, because when you're dividing two negatives, you get a positive. That equals 3. Minus 15 divided. Is that the right answer? Yes, it is. Muy bien. All right.